Helen Flanagan slams Coronation Street after soap bosses expected her to parade around in knickers at 16. Helen Flanagan was just a teenager when her character, Rosie Webster, in the ITV soap was groomed and kidnapped by her teacher. Helen Flanagan was just 9 years old when she joined Coronation Street as Rosie Webster, the eldest daughter of Sally and Kevin. The mum of 3, now 35, was 16 years old in the ITV soap when her teen character Rosie was groomed by teacher John Stape, played by Graham Hawley, who was later exposed as a serial killer. Rosie was then kidnapped and held hostage by Stape, after the affair was exposed and he was sacked. Reminiscing on these scenes in an interview with The Mirror, Helen said, "Was it morally right that I was expected to parade about in my knickers like some mad nymphomaniac when I was still just a teenager?" Alison King, who plays Carla Connor, once kicked off in the green room, saying how disgusting it was that they were sexualizing me when I was a young girl. "I didn't fully comprehend what she was talking about at the time. I do now. I get it. I had to do kissing and bedroom scenes with a man a lot older than me." Obviously the actor, Graham Hawley, was lovely, but I don't think it would happen now. When you're 16 you don't really know what's going on and I was just happy to get the big storylines. But I had scenes as Rosie which didn't always sit comfortably with me. I felt minging post-shoot. Everything has changed now, which I'm glad about. They wouldn't write it in quite the same way all these years later and since the Me Too movement. She compares playing Rosie to her current role of Catherine, who is the youngest of 3 sisters, in the Sheila Stevenson play The Memory of Water, which opens today at Bolton's Octagon Theatre. She now has an intimacy coordinator who ensures she is comfortable with everything. Speaking of her choreo experience, she said, "Back then you just got on with it." Helen said she finds her sexuality empowering, as long as it's on her own terms. She explained, "I post sexy pictures. I work for different lingerie brands. I enjoy that. I like to feel sexy. I like to feel empowered, and in control. That's the difference. I've turned up to some shoots which I didn't know would be so sexy, thinking it would be unprofessional to object and been in tears." However, during recent years, Helen's life off camera has brought in more attention than her career. The mum of 3 says her footballer ex-Scott Sinclair, 36, who she shares her 3 kids with, has broken her heart all over again after he made the decision to sell their family home. Helen recently hailed the former Celtic star as a head. She added, "I'll always love Scott, but he's really let me down." The couple split in 2022, after 13 years together. However, Helen still lives in the £1 million family home in Belmont, Bolton, with their kids Matilda, 10, Delilah, 7, and Charlie, 4. She said, "His decision to sell the family has broken my heart. His reason for selling is financial, as he isn't currently signed to a football club, but it makes me angry when he spends money on fancy holidays and constant trips to Dubai. Scott has other properties he could sell, too. His mother lives in a house similar to mine and yet that hasn't been put up for sale. I worry about my future and my security. I have to work constantly to make ends meet. He's the father of my kids, but their dad's a wealthy guy, you know." In her debut book, Head Heart, Breakups, Breakdowns and Being Rosie, she says of Scott, "I was with him for 13 years, he was my whole 20s. We don't speak, we don't communicate at all. I do find it just really sad. I never wanted it to be this way. As a woman, I've had to be strong. And this is me having my voice. I've upset the apple cart, but why should I keep quiet? What I would want Matilda to do. I would like Matilda to have her voice.